sika sede abo asomore wo abosebe krama ho na wo twe kama mogya no wo nwene ho kora na se betumi akwenti akatahye ne proya ne gina ban bia na nam awo tu so e man pe na na do akasa wo che so man abakose mu no aban bia ni wa waba e ka katahye ne proya obetumi akasa wako achan ono man pe na na do e sanse akade anwume kwa hodo hia no aye bekọ tie katahye no obi besi wa provide bebre na de ba ma Ghana faji na di kura ma yehu se no kura ne se special prosecutor what naba e kire se fa bankum na nye ye be fa nifa beku nifa nyina so betuma kabom ama na tuma ye adwuma ebinum se oh mampani asema na woken na nsem bebrebe yi abayi am ye se amanfo di sika yi ne nasefo yi bebrebe yi hwan pon watumi atwe na so kakra bi o wa ban mu se ebia bodi sika bi ana bi so bi obaba bia wo so onko ndc fo wasemo mo kesen so mo chesa buga pele ndc fo abreso o ye ndc ni na so ndc fo abreso na edin ko gina court ebinu so kire se eno nkire se wo kwati akatahye anyway ya nyinsam no nkan fi wo ma no wo man kasa ya to sa from nti ebidi nkomo ananadwe e wo fie ne enkane Nasara National Nasara Coordinator edema MPP amayoko no Alhaji first ono dikan ye ono dikan pa e kan Nasara e Nasara na Nasara
means victory. Yeah, Nasara means victory.
Nasara Coordinator Ghana memu ha MPP amayoko no wono ono dikan pa for farabai Alhaji Abubakar Suleiman Lakulaku o menchen wa ha Sansona enkane Busa North mnashebedwani edema endi samayoko no ononyamfo Timothy awontrem atabwade wono so awo menchen wa ha yebedi enkomo ene de minum se ba always oboma vaso sesedi no twa anona bo meboa
ocha akaka kraba ocha
pa emu de wona mentumi ntwa ne yenu
awontirim okay
awontirim atabwade
because me share radio and then other public platforms are me consider musibono and yes I want to
watch me betwa so me busa naka me ye free busa na bibi na mama free busa ho e bi fo makwa ba na edamasese monya bere so na ebedi nkwa na dwe ye hwe Honorable Timothy mo aban abere so me ma be sima be ye enum bi ne hwe se ne ma hodo be da mo ye ma pere da ma ha ma abere so mo ye a e kire se mo kwenti akatahye ne proye ne ma hodo ben na mo ye your level of fighting corruption no ne ma hodo ben na mo ye a botumi a kire se ye we ntine ye kwenti akatahye na fi ye hwe
yo em pese me fa kwanye sunchia atiefo nyina na ahwefo ene mo amoye adwuma na me nua lakulaku MC hia ha no ma ache adwuma na mo na ewom na agya nyakopa ama ebrese hia de se da nyame ase corruption de yentimi nkasa aban bia ba corruption ho nsam emba because we need nipa na we adwuma the leader can be clean but his workers might not be as clean as the leader but depending on the measures the leader will put in place I'll be to me arrest corruption no say there will be koye kata se ne proya will be to me punish to show us a deterrent to those following. That is how a leader is supposed to be and that is how we should be because you cannot look at all issues here one mono in fact we strengthened Shirak. You remember we made Shirak was an institution before we came. We strengthened it. We made them to draw the program to prevent corruption and ensure that among public officers on issues of conflict of interest, we gave that power to Shirak, including the president giving them the resources to be able to fight Shirak, to be able to fight public sector corruption. We should so even when time the Elvis Ankra, Minister for Youth and Sports, set the committee to investigate Jida at the time. Report on the Babon, and so be here. Officers now know culpable here, Abuga Pele, former MP for China Power constituency, and then some others were equally sent to prosecuted and jailed. What can I say? Mere mention of corruption by our deputy minister at the time, the young lady.
Something Mahama.
Yes. Hannah.
Vicky Hammer.
Vicky Hammer can say on the Waba politics immediate. So to me, $1.5 million.
$1 million.
$1 million. Our politics. And no about that pronunciation, the president relieved her of her position. Usan Shaswa, the former minister for transport, Jifa Ativo, on also the issues of
car branding.
Over $3 million. They have to make the woman to pay back, and for her to also resign. These are measures, and we fight corruption. It is difficult to fight, so we fight appointees. It is easy to fight appointees of another government than to fight your own appointees, and that is the issue that is confronting this government. And all other issues, our president did well to fight corruption. And also, I said I'm a car from the beginning, government be a corruption one, but the leader must show that he's really against corruption. It is what Bissam says, these are the few things.
Who can say me about the Fativo? Yenim say obi ko wi ade a ana so bi ye ne mabina sesika no kodi baby a de ye ne say yemfa say en oko prisoner me de bia the prisoners here nhweso ebi no wo ho a unsade no fa no kwanhyɛ dan nya de bia obetumi aka say so na kokotu enti so obi atumi aye bibi abrand bibi for the tune of $3 million and I say for that equivalent bibi sa na say yes on for sika no onkwa is that enough to say
enya ono na this sika no buy o one nipa na Oye Jumano, the one who did the branding was the one who was asked to pay back. But Jifa Ativo resigned because not only a minister in charge of that program, because the bus branding was under the Minister of Transport, and she was the minister in charge. So he had to resign to show that if there's any prosecution against it, it can take place. But if you are still in the seat as a minister, it is difficult to appoint. You must be dispossessed of your position, disabled, so that the prosecutory institutions can take over and then prosecute you. In fact, that was why she did, and she resigned. And up to now, government, they're different about. If they felt that he has done it, they would have prosecuted her.
Okay. But when you were in government, I did back when people for Kapani say, Mama for mood disika. Honorable, with all sincerity, Ubet me I say, Sanya ma bubo so kakre, and he said na one more kase mudisika no. The true reflection of what I was the other course of my breso.
It is not a true reflection because say Oma Mukase Discano, Yankopon Boamunya power by 5 years running the line. How many people have they prosecuted? And not propaganda, no doors, no be also in G&D. So when they came to power, what have they done to ensure the ministers who were appointed have been brought before the call for prosecution, apart from the NCA and Crawford, I'm somebody and Sabine
NCA, NFA, I think Cocoa Board.
Yes, Cocoa Board, they are still under prosecution, so we cannot even tackle them.
So more court
is here. But we expect that President Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ba power no. This was someone everybody said that for corruption ne catastrophe ne project there when Jin Dikra and so near man no the ban hwa enye yeda. But under this government, look at the number of corrupted issues I have. Tembia me quote bi chiro. Me say look, the CDD was able to before this general report, the CDD was able to unveil that 9.6 billion Ghana cedis has been stolen from public purse. That is the report. I have it here. One was under this government, she had National Youth Authority, headed by Mr. Asigri. She PDS, she PPA boss that Shrag are investigating $4 million in the man's account. Over 50 million Ghana cedis. Ni now kaboma kobe 50 million cedis. That man has been removed from office now. Look at issues of the Australia visa scandal. The Crow and associates. Okay, say Domlevogo investigate Osafuma for I didn't 7 buy na. A lot. Look at the fact that Charles Bissoud with the Galamsey investigations. The fact that Ajapadin was fraught with corruption. Ajapadin, prosecutor, special prosecutor, leave office. I will describe the president. He's the mother of, he's the mother serpent of corruption, and that he looks like an innocent flower of anti-corruption and direct lies the mother serpent of corruption. We expect the president to invest. The current Auditor General report, 12.8 billion Ghana cedis has been stolen. She says, "You transfer Sika from Free Zones Board, Ediko Bank, Sika na Ayira, over 17 million. Ayira, look from one account to the other. And yes, it's can you kitamuse near the number one in a year from one bank account to the other. How can that happen? Look at the infractions. Look at pensioners' money. Some of their investment was in it. It is so nasty. Even at the presidency, 54 million on the auditor's account. They've overrun the account at the presidency over 54 million Ghana cedis. Can you imagine that? Look at government machinery. They gave them, the government of Ghana gave them 4 billion Ghana cedis, overrun about 54 billion. Look at G Mensa, the Electoral Commission. They overrun it 158 million. What is before? This is from parliamentary, you know. Ministry of Energy, they spend in excess of 4.1 billion. The Ministry of Interior, they spent in excess of 2 billion. All this, Auditor General, Auditor Johnson, was say the budget overruns blatantly offend the Appropriation Act, 219 Act, 108 plus, and those things. What he's saying is that it is too much that under this government, corruption issues almost every day. Corruption. Look at the bus scandal. The bus scandal, over 600,000 liters. The Norway issue, the Minister of Health, Sputnik Vino, Ajima main woman. Look at what is happening. A lot of corruption under this government. So it is not about telling us that when we're in power, we were corrupt. When you came, you should prevent this, because the president told us that he was coming to protect or protect the public purse. And yes, and the public purse, 12.8 billion Ghana cedis has been stolen. CDD and 9.6 have been stolen. The man can say, public funds you can misapply. Because a is misapplication. But if the issue is that, look, stolen from public purse by Professor Kwesi H. Prempeh. Okay. So the Auditor General has come to add. It is Ghana for that period, you know. It's more than $3 billion $3 billion. Okay. The Auditor General report is there. They've given the both ministries, the institutions to respond. How much people respond? How can you be transferring money with the money from one account from bank to bank? Na ayira or coin so. Nipa ne kite scan dey call bank.
Network ni nye. That's ona ye call la
is very serious.
Okay.
We a lot.
Me samba so na we dey ho afu so be sanka bi no member so na as time goes on questions bi na e bisa dia afu laku wuti ni sama ko se bro mo aban mu no mo ye na mahodo bi
Vicky Hama
na Abuga play na Bass branding some semi and mahudobi. Mamisa also the same thing. Say musumo baye eko fie no muni. Niema be na musumo ya ugidi say eboa mama kwenti akatashe ne proya sisi edokro man gane.
Yo aja ne dikano mi da chia kese be ma omampeni na nado danko akufado eni na bedechi na ma chia olumanso the former president Kufuor Namacha party penifo na minia omampeni akasa na tembia no nasema waka ne se kitachihye ni proye de ade eda ne ni so na se o ka se wa hihye ne oma no kwe because so hwe tama ye ba fufuro no a otumi yi Matiamidu na want me and transanya na dwuma yi but se u fati kitachihye a it has all tobo sometimes rumors others say nsem bi beba you say oh na where I say but only evidence ah e dey na kire e dey akika but e dey only evidence ah obi be prosecutor asem no say yemfa nko cause usha previous no nkofo bebre you see where I say o man penny setting committee you check here no nipa na bia ne ho so but we ka say adentina ya kire nipa no so my example e bia anas anya we ya o Charles BC oso ye ko hu sam ye hu se da bi e bia nipa no ne hu so onu so explain ye no but obi techira hu e na ye na Ghana for enti se office e bia me makoye corruption bi o ba bia you have any right to prosecute me o the evidence ni bibia to me call ed koma say anya new young man ade ba ko me dey say very young man Attorney General very young enti file document I check say nipa no why corrupt o baby we are Ghana ni Fako court and I say Fakoma prosecutor independent prosecutor say officer asimesi we why say enti document I check ni what petition di aba say we are individual Ghana ni we are Ghana ni oni aba mo bia oni enye opposition leader kwa na opposition ene be but ususu ye Ghana ni officer me laku skabia family sama enye all right now kuta evidence a otumi di me koma it is sometimes obi teacher say oh eno man penisi obe fight corruption but you on fight corruption
na ya fa sala kwa kan fa ne say e bia se de e kan auditor general report you dey about bontin in sama waka ada CSOs on some more keka akete isep from so can say because oil money bi na yehu sika no bibia kokodi ene nema bi I think say some of these non-governmental organizations for no so akasa e dey fasa nema no na ebisa say some eka wie na say do mo kan ye honorable kano or say auditor general say 12.8 billion Ghana cedis na ayira me kan obi pesimu I think this week here say obi aka sasa wona say bia who auditor general dia ba so esame Ghana ni amiti baby na esam sade nkrata kwose en prosecute obi ansa na abenatuma ehu bibi
minua asama o kan de eno ani kwanso no tembia ma asam ba kwa ameka ne say o man pani o ya nipa ba ko ena wa che post no amankofo tembia dia ba kwa ameka za mi sre se Ghana na yesum enti mesre se obia na ebia auditor general I investigate who say skawe afa asimesi nsem mi de mi ka say ma ban ene wo mu enti me ba be defend say me prosecute di pa no ende mesre o man pani because ohwe public account committee nsem e pie ho no otumu say sika e fa nkofo nsem no de bia mi ka mi say twa say tumi e prosecute nkofo net o man pani e ma example minim say o man pani asati sa machinery ya di be prosecute nkofo ndie mu de mu ma time kakra obehu say o man pani ne ni abiri say obe cook it ahye auditor general nsem on di buy media mi ka say obia obe guilty bia say wa faska no o man pani to me defend o because oba no kan say so office person who making money and e call private sector na call business na making money ana anyesa ana anyesa no man pani kan it media mesa sell man pani obi bia na sika bia fa ne nsem a enye kwan so ebegu onu man pani anim ase ni daache no etwaso man pani e sacrifice ni pa no na prosecute no cause untumi hide cause ade na ba public domain it me at the same time say your party near brain san na ba power eno man pani di na power nti obi bia obeba na office say you are making money through a dubious way na odi sanu gasen be go man pani say na ba mu ye corrupt dia mesro man pani ni demu on making sure say obi bia ye benya no ask bia fan nsem any questions ask can fan so no it also facing the law.
Okay.
Because we just example where obi atumi set bi obetra ozi we o mampani kufo dada ye mampani dada kufo and atumi set is a trap no atumi set example anamboa etimi fi say your second term ya baby aye ko ide because o mampani the boss ba ko boy say we are coming to fight corruption yen ko baby afa na be fight corruption into bi bia na ye be hu say sa no ma we afa na kwa mo no me de mesre ye mani pa no face mra no ono ano nko face ono nko enko face
okay
because enyo mampani na osoma
so onko esa
sa
me so ma kan ma joto nema bi wa me bisa wansem at the appropriate time na me nko honorable Timothy so na me sense honorable dey say mampani kire say special prosecutor no da kaje bi o he bi o de ma na ma na tumi ayi oro matira mi do kan say nema hodom mienu miensa bi ntina ono wotwe ne ho na fufure wa bayi no oyo bi a ebitumi aka say do he bi a ye de be ma no ama mampani da mahama a ono koto sisi ade atuje say yemma special prosecutor and free hands to operate.
Yes.
Ne mampani ye mu hu say mampani eye bibi e kire say ne ni abre so be ku ati ade no.
Many you say they say coming events cast their shadows. And agrobe so fitanopa. My brother, there are clear examples. Ten bia meka. They say PP is a PPA boss. Ajenim Boaten. It's a clear case. Shraga read the investigation with Yoko. The only thing we need is for the man to be prosecuted. Romajiskana Magana for. That is a begging case. And Obi Ankase, the current special prosecutor, no, we are saying that look at the way the same Omanpenino swear Martin Amidu into office. The reasons Martin left was that Omanpenino, the investigations in the bar, one man who be prosecuted. He's even asked him to share some of the things. A clear example is the Ajapa deal. Even the Attorney General now, Okoya and Sana, the current Attorney General, he said that the investment is unconscionable and it was against our laws and it was not in the interest of this country. One was that these are very clear cases. How is Kisia Agyebeng going to prosecute people like Osafo Mafo? It's because of the crow and associate the $1 million you know mutia and until Domlevo a free office.
Domlevo they some saying now 60 years.
I know the man call because a man for be 60 years I trempo but they are still heading government institutions and so on. These are very clear cases. Look at the PDS scandal. The former minister for energy had to resign and go. Look at the bus scandal. Look at the Norway. Even look at the current minister for health scandals. You know. If the president, most of the investigations, but the president no can say investigations now. Or no, look at the seat for cash issue in Parliament that were investigated. The president came out and then cleared the alleged people involved. Almost every investigation is about corruption. The president will clear. But there's a committee that has been set up.
Okay.
So you don't go ahead of the committee and pronounce judgment. You make the committee's work useless. And the corruption issues is too much. Almost every day, every institution, up to the presidency, even Honorable Kennedy Japan said, $20,000. These are issues that have been said by senior members of your party. Yet the president seems to see nothing wrong. Just Sporting V issue no buy no. Na president no amfa ko dia grow no afro again. Look at the current situation with the the Frontier Health Services airport COVID test no. Up to now, 5 ministers of state don't know how the procurement was done. Attorney General doesn't know. Minister for Foreign Affairs doesn't know. The minister at the time was Kofi Adda in charge of the airport. He didn't know. The procurement officer didn't know. The Minister of Transport didn't know. More than 5. They all said that Omunyinaka said, Ken so appear before appointment committee. He could not tell us how Frontier Health Services, Timinya, be setting up equipment at the Ghana airport there, and they are doing COVID tests and raking in so much money we don't even know. No one can talk about a contract. So procurement issues, contracts, pardon, and so on, a dorsal. And a woman pay no beer or say, I am coming to protect the public purse. Obiansu him so on the catasician provide the one jije sukra. So when you come and there are begging issues for prosecution under you, then you clear every officer involved. No, it means that one person you are corrupt.
So or clear onipa nya why ade na man say you know so why na or clear.
With now just one example of the PP Ajenin Aje Boaten that Shrag investigated, including Yoko. The report is there. You know one report no. They can't even take the woman to me just can't put my bill. Why? Why should we treat us like that? Every scandal, the 600,000 liters of the boss contaminated oil, they are all there. Charles Bisu, you name them. A whole lot. Australia visa scandal. The auditors general report is very clear on infractions against the Public Financial Management Act. It's very clear. So all these issues will be ultimately fighting corruption now. We must begin to see you prosecuting corruption. That's one. And until I'm catching you at the beginning, say, share. Easy say, oh, don't sabe point to a different feeling and say that, oh, no, now you're corrupt. If you want to fight corruption, fight the corruption in your government, prosecute your own people for the world to know that you indeed won't pay corruption. But now they compare NDC is no more in power. The power is given to you. Prosecute them if you know that they've done the wrong thing.
Okay. Laku. And some of you can I come here say and some of the you can't see near Germanaka, but can't see near Germanaka. A bit of Mukasa allegations said Baby Bree, Wabemun, Dawson. Yaka win, Yaka Wichina, Wesika, where you see contracts, where you see, Yaka want somewhere Yantashi, no say, and Yadia, my card, some Pontia Catashan project, and some Penico never because of what points ya, and said that in Subia. And Yabiano be woho, and I also say Bia. Mampeni and I say abane person hwe man ko akire yi hwehwe mu do akire yi ansa na otu na mo ana say bibia no na mo no say na protocol say ka no people are just blowing hot air aja nsem ni bi wo ha on say kroma ade ade ti kroma sometimes no obi tumi kan nsem to so yesi akake ye the to so but unya evidence bi na only corruption no sometimes ye ka corruption yeah, you civil servants are more corrupt than the politicians. Because when you are talking of the ministries, no, minister and to me never say why obi new only mubi. And your man penny nenya break and our odi water independent can prosecutor waba. Maybe say mesre Ghana for nya botre more man penny because bosha yabo say you be fight corruption. Nya do be afena was setting win because second term no ka president no onim say ordinary bibi sunti no ka say nyame ya aduma 2024 no be hand power e di ama MPP government onim say aduma bebre da anim enoma bebre e kan na twa say otumi ye na oya say ne be nya nsem a de be ka che Ghana for so no santo abamaye nti mimi ogidie say corruption dey you be fighting obe set example because media me pa bon say otumi set example obibia obeya de no edibe gu ono nanim ase say omanpanyin no me stress omanpanyin mesre no ni de mu onbomo de ase obe discipline kofo otuna ye set example obi techire a otumi nyesa bebra mo opposition asaba kwa na mo kanisa manfo ndisi fo disi kapa but so far ye ba ye no nipa metu say ogina ye court a ye ka no asem a ana ye ra ko gina court ye ka wasem ye opuni ane
the college down as well because financial
because the ladder of omunya fa no
yes wo mumi eno no na NCA eno ne nsem mienu a e wo court enim say court AD court
anything I'm sure say
mbisa sorry sensem sansem mienu ipe ena ingo disco mu disco na ene na say ka say twato so na ka say ake na o ka nenye bia na mo so mo
say no na ya man fast starting so ake na e bobo billions we come so na bia na no ko ba e bia na ntisa ene na me cho say ade ewo mu ni say o man pani fi say because time and this ba no atames buy no na me ye fry ye penny for bebe ko don pianu mu ni wan no omo court but omo so into man penny pese ye be prosecute obi di court a ye be kwa hwe bia na nti we are omo ye free investigation and making sure say you could have strong evidence 100%. To me, yes, until you investigate cases in their doors. But Oman Penya Kano, who share later part of President Kufuor Koran and started say prosecuting Kufuor all free or no, and or to me pardon me. But Yanya Butea, Oman Penny be fighting some kind now. You have to hold a strong evidence because Oman Penny on one the promises there or the Obe fighting and on creating the first time I was creating independent
special prosecutor.
Eti neni abri kamati ami du ko obet man kan so be cancel but wasan dia ba se no be ana me fi say attorney general no eti Ghana for there omunya abotre we are ready omampenya ready
ko see da ben
mun fa evidence bra yen ko ba bia say some kan trara
evidence
me ba documents be no ma me wie because man kan eti who fi say who documents who evidence bia fa court.
Announce the video documents.
Video document that but announce the Jumanu they will be in sentence ko.
Manasa Azure.
Your friend say Charles Bisi dey ye komu. Ana wan pani komu ye the allegation be two me am nuanu asenso ni we ni so mu di buy $20,000. E ko si nipa no uhu sika no uhu number no tama nipa ni this kind man. Charles Bisi dey set up say na setting of app or this kind man. Charles Bisi omu di ko committee wa ko yi na no ya clear no it is all fi say wo evidence adede aye bebre court no ho Ghana ni bia to me di court say lakulaku akodi $10 million e wo baby nti ma put me the lakulaku court na me ko yima no na so che me bia be dis can ade document cover na the aba nti omampani tu ne bo on person be bibi ba me say ye 3 years akaya e di koyi
be adwuma
mude mu be wo adwuma e na wa sha ase
enye ehweden kwa witch hunting mo go kasa
enu ni asem no
witch hunting ada yen kwa no be ba
say e fair we start say e fair that college that person omu fi yi e na omu di example
be ya cases
we need to set
mo fa no course no and dealing no sa na kan ya nkase college that ebony a ye be support no just like any other NDC member was also committed prosecute the one sir because we are all Ghanaians.
Mami can some cho me na me floor
utamaso
me tam nso ye mami cho ade me de masama me kan say o man pani me say obi bia wo government mu bia wa corrupt clear document as show say that I say prosecute no
okay
because man pani suma
you see
the man pani suma
or man pani
so they have to prosecute the
person share my brother obi o person of fight corruption bia no like the CDD report is all from report no then young shed the womb among for those you found guilty you begin the prosecution hand them over to the prosecution authority
it will happen
the police and so on.
Don't worry,
you don't clear
don't
them
start clearing your people don't blame the president
no we've been waiting for
you call them you will see those people
up to today
all the people in your
entire government over 12.8 billion. Just ask, do you know what it can do for the
what document do you have to show?
Agenda 111. What yeah, Kasa Hanma about the judgment debts. Yeah, Kasa that we suspect the judgment debts. There's something behind it.
And even this it's too much.
This kind of tax exemptions, we've been saying here that there's something wrong with those.
That's something in fine.
No, the issues are there. That has been reported.
You keep on doing propaganda.
Judgment debts there, and yeah,
the president is also doing better.
The ministries that are involved
to fight the corruption
are involved. They are there. Is that not it? You hand them over to a forensic audit. Then the forensic.
The president alone can't fight the corruption until you bring evidence. That's all.
Australia visa scandal.
Alhaji Abubakar Suleiman Lakulaku first Nasara coordinator edema NPP one chefugu achirichiri ho no na enkane Bruce Amna Shibedwani onunyafo Timothy Awonterem Atabwade ono so enkane Mashibedwani edema NDC one so ebebeka yensa onim asema ye kan mi say auditor general report no ba dana mi hu am yem hye me pa san say sika dodo no ayira ye hu ba bia wa sika nyamframa sika nyamframa entumi mada say sika no tumi yira sa ɛsɛ hwehwɛ mu nti medim sɛ yɛ kan no mapani na nado anso ɔno nkasa nim sɛ nneɛma bi sɛ kwaa ne aka ho bibia sɛbe edibɔ ne bi ba ɔno yɛ de betare ne ho nti menye ne so betena ase aka sɛ obi nkɔ di sika na ɔno nye ho anim guase da obetu wanam nti yeso yɛ atwɛn na yɛhwɛ so tu wanam a yebehu anamoto bi nso amanso a yebehu nti yɛbɛka na agya bi kagya bi na berepɛ mu no yɛbɛsa ne mo ahyia bio medin ɛde agya kwabra mo nyinaa ase ɛma mo de hwɛ ho ayɛ adom a yɛbɛsa ne mo ahyia yakram